sir. Chris Edwards, nice to meet you. May I have your attention, please? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 27th luncheon of the Rotary Club of Makati for the year 2025-2026. I'm Chris Edwards, and I'm your moderator today. To officially commence the gathering, may we now call on our club president, Eddie Galvez. Sir Eddie?
Yeah, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Makati, I call this meeting to order.
Thank you, President Eddie. To lead us in the moment of reflection and prayer, may I invite Director Patrick to deliver the invocation.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of our Lord. In the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we gather today in fellowship and service, grateful for the opportunity to learn and to lead, and to also unite for good. As we listen to Mr. Antonio Herrera Jr. speak on transforming what is discarded into life-sustaining water and energy, remind us that true innovation begins with stewardship of resources, of community, and of one another. In the spirit of creativity, we are also inspired by the endeavors like the Artemis II, a mission that dares to push boundaries and reimagine what is possible for humanity. May that same courage guide us not only to reach new frontiers, but to solve the pressing challenges here at home. Bless this gathering, the ideas we will share, the actions that we will follow. May our work bring progress, dignity, and hope to those we serve. This we ask you through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. Fathers.
Thank you, Director Patrick. May I request everyone remain standing for the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the RC Makati hymn.
And together we stand up. We are leaders with integrity, always ready to serve humanity, always living by the four ways best, giving goodwill and peace along the way, giving hope to the world. We're the Rotary Club of Makati, prepare to lead our fellow man, as you prepare to live to thee. We believe in the service of others, and this is why we succeed. We're the Rotary Club of Makati, and together we stand proud. We are leaders with integrity, always ready to serve humanity. Always living by the ways that everything we will take along the way. With a rotary, I'm gonna
Okay. And so we may commit to the four-way test in mind and heart. May I request that you repeat after me. The four-way test of things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. Yes. The answer is yes. Okay, yes, please take your seats. Thank you. We would like to acknowledge there's no. Okay. So we would like to acknowledge our guests visiting today. And our distinguished guests. So it's PDG Tony Killia. And on Zoom is PDG Peps Bengzon. Would also like to recognize the Anns, Rina Calantes and Mitzi Paterungo. Okay. All right. Now we'd like to take time to acknowledge our guests. Mike Turville, he's an incoming member. Brandon Hardgraves, he's a prospective member. Tinio Habana, also an incoming member. PP AJ Sembrano, it's Rotarian Club of Makati. Rotarac Club of Makati. Excuse me. Krishana Alejandrino from JA Philippines Incorporated. And Mariby Lambert, daughter of PP Cesar Campos. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. Also, it is we have our Rotarian birthdays this month. We show it up on the screen. Sorry. Oh, excuse me, sorry. We have to do the welcome song first.
It's all and once more, here are all. Come again, friends now again.
Welcome, welcome. Okay, as you can see on the screen for the month of April, these are our Rotarian birthdays. Also, the Rotarian Ann's birthdays. This one's not. I don't know for when you sent me. Okay. Warren Uy, Ruben Valerio, Toto Cruz, June Lumigwe. Excuse me if I don't pronounce these all correctly. My apologies. Tetu Garcia, Natsuki Liu, Charlie Rufino, PP Charlie Rufino, and Mike Del Carmen. And the Rotary Anns, Pam Manzano, Anika Haxton, and Patricia Young. We'd also like to acknowledge the wedding anniversaries of Director Roger and Rena Colliantes, PDG Tony and Angela Kia, and Ray and Sasha Del Rosario. May I now call on our resident singers to lead us in singing the birthday and wedding songs.
Okay. If not for Charlie Rufino celebrating his birthday, sige. All right. It is your birthday, your wedding day. Let's celebrate this important day. We greet you deep in our hearts, dear. A happy birthday and happy wedding. Happy birthday, Charlie Notsky.
Happy birthday. Now, before we proceed with the next segment, may I call on PDG Tony Kia for the Paul Harris Fellowship recognition.
Okay. Go ahead, Gab.
Okay, I would like to recognize the generosity of our 4 members who had become Paul Harris Fellow. First, let me call on Notski Lu for his first Paul Harris Fellow. Notski. Ah, wala ito. Wala ito. Si Joe Varghese for his second Paul Harris Fellow. You will have a pin with blue stone. And Howie Calleja for his fourth Paul Harris Fellow. He will have a pin with 3 blue stones. So can I ask President Eddie Galvez, who's already here, to attach the pin? Where is Sergio Varghese? He was here a while ago. No, wala si Sergio. You was here a while ago. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for your generosity. I hope we'll do more donation to the Paul Harris Fellow. Huh?
Thank you. Thank you for all the Paul Harris fellows. Before we proceed with the next segment, may I call on baby Rotarian Natsuki Liu to give his classification talk.
managing a business, you're managing people, families, and occasionally the very drunk customers. At the same time, I was also pursuing medicine at De La Salle University on scholarship. Yes, business by night, med school by day. At one point, I thought, yeah, let's do this. I can do both. Turns out, nope, I cannot. So I had to make a choice. And that was one of the biggest lessons I learned in life. Sometimes you can't have it all. Sometimes you have to choose. So I chose my business, and then COVID happened. And like many other establishments, we unfortunately had to shut everything down. That moment forced me to ask, what do I do now? And so I decided to try something that I've always loved, which is AI, robots, and those things that we only see in sci-fi. So I moved to Boston and got my master's in computer science at Northeastern University, focusing on AI and a little bit in robotics. I did research under the Curie Apprenticeship. It was a research scholarship that put me on a path towards a PhD. So at one point, I was on that path, but I realized if I did that, I might graduate when I'm already, old and ready for retirement. So I said, no more PhD, master's is enough. Because of research experience and my background in medicine and business, I got into the dive program at MIT Sandbox. There, I worked on healthcare related AI projects that may have business potential for the incubator. The very first project that I did was sponsored by Takeda Pharmaceuticals, where my team and I researched long COVID. Our research was very successful and was granted funding. But the next semester, I moved to another project, still at MIT, focusing on women's health. Now, I just recently got back from Boston for, like one reason or another. Maybe it's fate or God saying that I'm meant to be here. And today, I'm juggling a few roles. One, I work with a US-based AI company on contract training AI systems. Two, I am a co-founder of Mom AI, an AI app that helps parents take care of their babies. And most importantly, I'm also now apprenticing under my father, learning to take care of his estate. Which brings me to why I'm here. I joined the Rotary because of my dad, primarily Wash, who probably most of you already know. So if anything goes wrong, you can talk to him after. At this stage in my life, I realized something. Success, it's not just about what you build for yourself. It's about what you build with others and for the community. That's why I'm here, to learn from all of you, to build goodwill and better friendships, and hopefully to contribute in any way that I can. Outside of work, I try to stay active. I played soccer growing up, enjoy martial arts, hiking, and occasionally racing cars. So yeah, I guess I never really avoided risk. I enjoy reading, music, travel, all the cliche answers. But more than anything, I value good conversations, good ideas, and good people. Anyway, it is truly an honor to be here, surrounded by leaders, captains of industry, and people who are building meaningful things in our country. I look forward to working with all of you and hopefully doing some good together. Thank you very much and have a great afternoon.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Natsuki. Welcome to the club. I'd hate to do this. I'd have to recall Governor Tony to please come back up. We have one more Paul Harris that we need to recognize.
So a while ago, he was not here. So let me call him again. Hiju Varghese for his second Paul Harris Fellow.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we have this time for club function and committee announcements. So if we have any club function or committee announcements, may you grab a microphone and would like to address the crowd? Okay. Sorry. Sir Roger?
So, just a quick update on the AI Academy. We just did the interview with Boys Town and Girls Town 2 weeks ago, and we're choosing the next cohort for our second batch. And just right now, we are talking to a good friend of ours from Junior Achievement Philippines for possible apprenticeship for scaling up. So we need a lot of your support. There's a lot of interest in our program, so we'll keep you updated. But thanks for the support of our president and all of you. I think we're on to the Rotary International Summit in June. We're presenting the operating system of AI Academy, and we're gonna try to get some funding. So wish all of us well, and let's bring AI Academy to the next level. Salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Louis.
We have that Rotary International Convention in Taipei in June. Next month will be the DISCON, the district convention that will be sort of a sending off ceremony for our governor, Reggie Nolido. So this will be May 15 and May 16, although we will be having an emergency meeting tomorrow if it makes sense to have a day 2 of the DISCON. Otherwise, but definitely on May 15, that will be day 1 of the day 2 of the 2-day DISCON. On day 2, it might either be depending on our meeting tomorrow if it's going to be face-to-face or if it's going to be on Zoom. But please, be there to give support and to applaud not only Governor Reggie, but also our President, Eddie Galvez, who will be the outgoing president. No? And you will be dancing now. Okay, see you. This will be at Okada. At Okada. Yeah, there's dancing in the evening. May 15, Okada. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sir Louis. Are there any more announcements from the committees? If not, now it's President's time. I'd like to call up President Eddie Galvez for his words.
Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, distinguished guests, and dear friends. Welcome back and happy Easter to you all. Happy Easter. I trust that each of you had a meaningful Holy Week spent in prayer, reflection, and precious time with your families and loved ones. As we gather once again here at the Manila Peninsula, it's really wonderful to see everyone back for our first meeting in April. With the start of this month, we also begin the final quarter of this Rotary year. With only 3 months remaining in this Rotary year, I'm so happy. I would like to sincerely thank each one of you for your steadfast support, dedication, and friendship throughout this historic milestone year for our club. As we move toward the close of this Rotary year, I encourage everyone to help us finish strong and at the same time ensure a smooth and energetic transition for the incoming leadership of incoming President Chris Pereza. Can you stand up? Where's Chris? Who I have no doubt will have an outstanding year of service. So we look forward to that, Chris. During the Lenten season, our club continued to uphold its cherished spiritual traditions. Last March 25, we gathered at our Makati clubhouse for our annual recollection, thoughtfully led by Father Ronald Paulino, a Rogationist priest, giving us a meaningful opportunity for prayer, reflection, and renewal. The following day, members continued this tradition through our Visita Iglesia across different churches in Laguna, a practice that continues to strengthen both our faith and fellowship. Our heartfelt thanks go to Ann Terry Tambunting for once again taking the lead in organizing these meaningful spiritual activities for the club. Even during Holy Week, our commitment to service remained unwavering. Last Holy Saturday, incoming President Chris Pereza visited the Alon at Araw Club in Cabangan, Zambales for the signing of the MOA and the turnover 65,000 in support of the futsal athletes competing in a national meet. It is inspiring to note that Alon at Araw Club was co-founded by Gabby De Rosario, who is one of the top 10 finalists in our FILA Awards. So we've started to support and collaborate with our finalists. No? In sports, we are proud to share that our RC Makati Golfers team delivered an outstanding performance at the third leg of the Governor's Cup held at Canlubang Golf and Country Club last March 27, finishing as first runner-up. Let's give them a big hand. Special congratulations to Gani Buenaflor, who placed second runner-up in Class C with 37 points, and to Rodrigo Segura, who emerged as champion in Class B. Congrats, guys. Meanwhile, the Hatch program, our initiative in partnership with Startup Village, is now entering its final phase. This project continues to nurture young startups through mentorship, training, and network access. At this stage, we are calling on all of you, RC Makati members, to serve as mentors to the 15 participating startups, helping refine their ideas into impactful and community-driven programs. My sincere thanks to Bom Vilchia. Where's Bom? There he is. For continuously championing this initiative over the past 4 years. And special thanks as well to Director Roger Collantes, incoming President Chris Pereza, our President nominee Leo De Leon, immediate past President Keith Harrison, and Director Paulo Turno. I saw you're here. There. For generously sharing their Saturday morning as insightful mentors. We are also excited, as Roger mentioned earlier, that the second cohort of the RC Makati AI Academy officially begins this month. This will, as you know, this is a 4-month program, so this will carry on into incoming President Chris' term. No? We recently completed interviews at Sisters of Mary Girls Town last March 27, with another round set for Boys Town sometime this month. Our goal is to welcome 70 learners from Sisters of Mary and about 10 from out-of-school youth groups, completing a minimum 80-member second cohort. I am also proud to share that our AI Academy has been selected as one of the breakout session presenters at the Rotary International Convention 2026, and we have been given an extended one and a half hour presentation slot from the previously allocated 1 hour. So Roger, bahala na kayo dun sa extra 30 minutes, pare. For members attending the convention, please save the date, June 17 from 10:30 to 12 noon at the Taipei Nangang Exhibition Center. Registration remains open, and we hope more members and aunts will join, as over 27 members and aunts have already confirmed. So please join us. It's going to be fun. Also, last March 27, we continued our commitment to the youth through our annual career guidance program for 150 grade 10 students of General Pio del Pilar National High School in partnership with our Interact Club. Our sincere thanks to Rick Gindap, Art Villafuerte, Iggy Martinez, and Ken Vergado for sharing their personal and professional journeys in their respective fields in the creative industry, medical profession, corporate employment, transitioning to entrepreneurship, and in banking and finance, to help guide these young students as they begin thinking about their future careers. Special thanks as well to Director Patrick Parungao for arranging this meaningful annual initiative. Salamat, Patrick. Finally, looking ahead, please take note of our upcoming activities. On April 11, this Saturday, there will be a visioning committee. We will convene for a whole day session at the clubhouse. This important workshop will help shape the club's direction for the years ahead by defining or redefining our values, vision, mission, and key advocacies for the year 2026-2029. Our thanks to Director Philip Sullivan for chairing this initiative, together with Rodrigo and Marie Segura as co-facilitators. I sincerely hope that all invited members will be able to participate in this very important session. Finally, please be reminded, next Tuesday we have no meeting. It's our service project week. And once again, maraming salamat, and may we continue to serve above self with a renewed purpose and energy. Good afternoon.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, President Eddie, for your words. Now I'd like to call on Rotarian Nico Dayrit for the introduction of our guest speaker.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. I am honored to introduce our speaker for today. He has 45 years experience with lighting systems, pioneered modular gasifiers for waste to energy conversion systems in the Philippines. He also pioneered organic cycle engines in the Philippines, representing Electratherm USA, distribution of gel-type stationary industrial batteries, representing Sonnenschein of Germany, distribution of pad-mounted transformers and switchgears, representing Cooper Power Systems USA. Currently, he is involved with the application of small and micro-modular nuclear reactors for Avant Holdings. Without further delay, I would like to introduce our speaker, Mr. Antonio Herrera.
Thank you. Thank you, Nico. I got acquainted with Nico because of his father. Mr. President, and of course, the very fabulous members of the Rotary Club of Makati. I was a Rotarian, so we look up to the Rotary Club of Makati. This is the most prestigious Rotary Club, if not in the Philippines, maybe in the world. There's magic in Rotary, you know. So here I am, very glad, very relaxed, and I'm going to talk about a topic which is close to my heart. And this pertains to waste conversions. Waste conversions. Okay. Patrick, can we have the slides, please? Okay. Oh, here. Thank you, Patrick. We are, of course, aware of waste conversions, but since this came from developed countries, these are usually very big facilities, very, very big facilities. And although we are a country of a high population, big population, it is also relevant to us. But in most of the places here, we sought some solutions for small and medium sizes or communities. as we go along, the topic that I'm going to discuss is that of Bill Gates' invention. His invention, or he commissioned an invention of a machinery that converts sludge and dirty water to potable water in just 5 minutes. And then there would be a fuel that can be burned or can be gasified to turn into energy. And there will be ashes that you could use for construction. Okay? So my question is, are you willing to drink water that came from human waste? 6 to 8 glasses a day. If not, I think everybody is agreeable. Okay, but going to the basics first. By the way, my daughter has a comment in my speech. So he told me, Pa, can you please be clear with the objective of your presentation? The objective here is to give you a more practical facility for turning waste to water and fuel, which means reducing the size of the facility. You will see later that these facilities are very enormous, serving millions of people. But when we have this invention of the Gates Foundation, it goes down to about 100,000 people. So that's a small facility. Anyway, basics. What is sewer and sewerage? These are mostly matter, coming from your lavatory, your toilet, your bathroom, shower and washing your hands, and kitchen, mainly food waste. And then this goes to certain tank, and then you have the solids reside below, and the water flows out, going to the pipes. That's the basic configuration. Okay, but of course, when you connect this all together in a community, okay, so you can have, for so many millions of people, you can have those big treatment systems. Like, for example, Maynilad, they have the biggest right now, which can process 205 million liters of water a day. Okay, and they have about 20 more water processing facilities. For Manila Water, they have more. I think they have 42 or 43. So the total processing of this wastewater in Metro Manila alone is about 70 plus. We think that we should have more. And having more should have some facilities which are smaller, so they can be easily distributed. Okay. Luckily, in about the last 5 years, the Gates Foundation came up with the smaller one. That's the one below. Compared to the big one above, which is 205 million liters a day, the one below, which was invented by the Gates Foundation, or they funded the invention, the engineer Janicki invented it, and he called it an omniprocessor. Okay, so this one is only limited you can limit this to small communities, especially in us, where we have a lot of islands. And for 100,000 people, that's a small. It's a small group. We could already have this. And what we are exposing is that this can be an investment for us, for you guys, for you gentlemen and gentle ladies, because you can make a lot of money from this and it's long term. Okay. So that's the whole idea. From the very big ones that we have, we go down to small ones, which we can invest in all throughout our country. That's the point. But what does this do? Oops. Sorry. That might be more interesting. Anyway. Yeah. It's a self-sustaining system. Self-sustaining because it powers itself. They create the energy to power itself. And they produce what? Drinking water, electricity, and pathogen-free ash. So clean ash. Okay? And this was developed by a certain Mr. Janicki. He's very famous. He's a very famous inventor. Funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation then. Now it's only plain Gates Foundation. Okay? Basically, it addresses poor sanitation by turning waste, treating it into a profitable, sustainable business. Okay? With this, and if we convince you, prestigious businessmen, to invest in this, then it would be very beneficial to our country. Okay? The main purpose of this Omni processor is to treat human waste safely. Okay? Because human waste, it's common sense. It has to be properly managed or stored and processed, etc. And then this prevents disease from this untreated sewage. And then, ang bonus dito is we recover clean water, electricity, and ash. So, okay, so the objective really is to treat human waste and prevent disease. And in so doing, the bonus is we have water, we have electricity, and we have ash. Very clear. Okay. So, to repeat, the main purpose of the Gates Foundation Omni processor is to treat human waste safely, prevent disease from untreated sewage, and recover resources, which are clean water, electricity, and ash. In one pass, in 5 minutes, it starts producing. Oops, there we go again. The real goal is sanitation, not water supply. But very important to have water, recover the used water. And this project from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation focuses mainly on solving sanitation problems in cities without sewer treatment. And this is very relevant also in rural areas. The only problem with rural areas is the small volume. So we still have to solve the cost for this small or very small facility to be feasible. Okay. So the system is designed again to eliminate pathogens from human waste, prevent diseases like cholera and typhoid fever specifically, and generate electricity to power itself. And I should also mention that in recent years, because of the involvement of Ankur Scientific, who manufactures this omniprocessor for the markets outside the USA, we began processing more water because of a certain technology which I will discuss later. Okay. So this is a picture of the omniprocessor, the original one. And in the next slide is a video on how this works. Here we go. That's Bill Gates. We have the same birthday.
Into clean drinking water, electricity, and ash is pathogen-free. This is where the sludge enters the machine. It goes up this conveyor belt, is fed into these large tubes we call the dryer. That's where we boil the sludge. And in the boiling process, we separate the water vapor from the solids. The solids are now dry, and we can feed them into the fire. Once we have this very hot fire, we can make high pressure, high temperature steam. And we take that steam and we send it to a steam engine. And the steam engine drives a generator that makes electricity that we use for the processor and also excess electricity that gets delivered back. The water vapor that's created in the boiling process is run through a cleaning system until we have the cleanest, purest water you can possibly imagine.
The sanitation system as we know it in the developed world cannot work in developing countries. So what we need in developing countries is a very simple system.
The entrepreneur that owns this processor will get paid for the input, the sludge. And that same entrepreneur will get paid for the output, the electricity, the water, and the ash.
I am very impressed with the solution we're seeing here. It generates electricity, it generates clean water.
It will grow to every corner of the earth that needs it because it makes money every day.
Okay. Oops. So you've seen Bill Gates drinking the water from his machine. This has been installed already in Senegal and India. And I think the city of Manila is or has ordered a small one. So we'll soon have it here. Hopefully it works. It will work. So going back to the topic, as I said, what's important is to treat the waste properly. And then, so doing, the bonus is having clean water, electricity, and ash. That's the bottom line. Okay? Now, as I said earlier, the manufacturer of this machinery outside for markets outside the United States is a company in India called Ankur Scientific. I've been involved with Ankur since about 20 years ago. We started gasifying dry matter. We can turn wood to electricity, garbage to electricity, so on and so forth, but in a process called pyrolysis, which is heating something without oxygen and producing hydrogen out of it. And this hydrogen plus carbon monoxide becomes fuel of engines. But these are all dry. What happened now, because of the Bill Gates Foundation, and they picked us as the manufacturer for overseas projects, is that we can now process or we can now manufacture machineries for both dry and wet waste. So that's happening now. And we can do it in a small facility that can be very relevant to developing countries. Okay. So the challenge is over. We can now process, we can now have small facilities, and it can be feasible, very feasible that you businessmen can invest in for our country. That's my main point. Thanks to my daughter. She wants me to emphasize that. Okay. So that's it. That's it. I don't want to take much of your time. So this ends my presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I hope we can have questions. Yes, please. Sir.
Thank you for the presentation. So
Tony.
basically, Tawi Tawi, it's the poorest place in the country, and they don't have electricity generation, sewage, waste management, nothing. They don't have anything. You mentioned this is for like 100,000 people, this scale?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's perfect for Tawi Tawi. I was just wondering, is there like a cost range for a full turnkey solution?
Yeah. The one for 100,000 people, which is for Tawi Tawi, is about $1.5 million FOB India.
Yeah.
So going here, maybe that's going to be around $2 million.
Okay.
Tax free.
Yeah, awesome. If anyone wants to make it happen in Tawi Tawi, I'd love to collaborate.
Sure. We're making a power plant there. Yes. Yes, sir.
I like your product. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
My question is on the ash.
Sure.
What is the use of that product?
Oh, ash.
Is it fertilizer? No.
It can be a soil conditioner, sir.
Yeah.
But mainly you can mix it with cement for lightweight concrete products.
Oh, but there's more value if it were for sort of fertilizer item
Yes.
than cement.
Yes, but not ash.
No.
Yeah, remember Angkor?
Yeah.
We produce biochar. So it becomes when you heat up or burn biochar, the result is ash.
Yeah.
On a biochar, that's the one that's very good for fertilizer.
Yes. Okay. But in this one, it cannot be.
We can adjust it to be biochar.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, excuse me, may I ask,
Yes, sir.
what's the footprint of a sewage treatment plant in area?
The area for the one that's good for 100,000 people is probably about 1 hectare, 10,000 square meters. Sir.
So there are some dynamics. Okay, so you've got your 10,000 square meters, and you've got your 2 million price tag for 100,000 people. You've still got to ship all of the sewage to the correct location. And if it's on an island which has got no sewage pipes or anything like that, it's just throwing it out. Presumably there's an infrastructure to be built.
Yes.
And then there's also potentially a pipe system to build the clean water back to somewhere else. But what is the price at which people then have to pay to have their sewage taken away? Because I guess in Tawi Tawi, they're not paying anybody there, but they're not, it's a mess still, but therefore, how much to make it profitable do you need to collect? And I guess is once you've collected enough sewage to make the machine run, then there is no electric cost. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
then
it powers itself.
And then after that, you've got the byproducts of the water and
Yes,
the
sir.
ash.
Yes, sir.
So how much would an island budget need to have to make sure that they can finance that?
That's a very good question. Actually, in the last ADB conference here, was that this year? I think it was this year. That was the topic, and ADB has offered their help in doing all those feasibility studies for the islands, because it's also expensive to do it and design a prototype. But he's correct. One target is Tawi Tawi, actually. It's being done by Mr. Rod Cabrera, who used to be the head of NEA. So I can answer you probably in 4 to 5 months, to be exact with your questions. Sorry, but it's in the process. But we really are bent to make it feasible, because the idea here is to have businessmen invest in this, not the government.
But I guess the businessman's still looking for a return. So if they put out their 2 million, they want to have some element of government to pay them to take all of this waste. It's a service. So people are collecting taxes and rates and whatever else from the property owners there. And so now the government needs to pay that to somebody to dispose of it properly. And so
Yeah.
I guess not so easy to answer off the cuff, but
Yes.
that's the bit that I was interested in.
Yes, sir. We'll come to that. Right now, the priorities for communities or places where it's heavily populated, but we're going to smaller islands and big islands and areas in, let's say, in Mindanao, like the area of Nico in Zamboanga. That's Zamboanga, right? And we have already we already gave a list of sites with ADB, to ADB. Give me 4 months and I will surely write you. Ronnie?
Yes. Tito Jun, in the situation of Metro Manila, for example, and the larger cities in the Philippines, when you take Metro Manila and all of the environs being served by Manila Water as well as Maynilad, their current agreements with the government, with the MWSS, actually includes sewerage services. This is part of the bill that we are currently paying. When we buy water from Maynilad and Manila Water, it includes sewerage services. This is that part which is subject still to the writ of kalikasan issued by the Supreme Court, where they are ordered to implement sewage treatments. This is actually an ongoing writ that supposedly forces them to fulfill their obligations to treat sewage. Up to now, we keep paying water, but there are no sewage services. All of it is being dumped into Manila Bay right now. Are there currently any discussions between you and these two companies to actually implement such a system, making use of their current revenues, which is actually being raked in by these two companies, to address the pollution problem, the sewage pollution problem that is actually that besets Metro Manila and the larger cities, because this is actually ongoing. This could be a solution for that problem, which is ongoing.
Oh, yes. When Manila Water was under Ayala, we gave representations for this product. But when it was sold to Rason, they reorganized that group, and we still had to go back or be called or something like that. With Maynilad, we're doing this through what do you call this? The contracting arm. No, Maynilad is composed of DMCI. Yes, DMCI. Yeah. So it's slow, but we are hoping if they go this small, it can be many, and it's actually cheaper. Yeah. It's cheaper because you don't have to lay all those big pipes then. Yeah.
How about in Boracay, for example? Because there is now the newly installed sewage system that was a product of the closure of Boracay for 6 months. Still hoping that it's the same is going to be done in the various other islands. But are there also any discussions? This is Manila Water.
Yes,
operated.
Manila Water.
Yeah.
They have a different system there. We're not involved. But I think they have a treatment there. We were involved in Boracay for the rainwater containment, pumping it before they pump it to the sea, so it gets cleaned. Yeah, interesting. Oh,
Good afternoon, Mr. Herrera.
Afternoon, sir.
Just wanted to confirm, earlier, I just wanted to the plant capacity was 205 million liters per day.
that's the biggest right now.
Okay, but that's not the one here.
No, this is a much smaller.
So, if it's like, and how much would a 205 MLD plant cost? Is that the $2 million or?
No, 205 million is a lot of
Oh,
money.
yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly. Yeah, but for example, what's the ratio of water produced from a 205 MLD plant? Is it 20% water is produced, potable water, or?
I can't say really for the Maynilad system, but for this Bill Gates, I think we recover about 80 to 85% water,
Oh,
drinking water.
I see.
Oh.
And what's the capacity of a 2 million plant in terms of million liters per day?
I forgot. Let me check.
Oh,
But it's good for 10,000 people, 100,000 people. So you can just imagine the
times 100.
size. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So there you have it. We'll be happy to continue this with you as as you please. And this is needed really for our country. We have to have this. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very insightful. Thank you, sir, Tony, for that very insightful presentation. It's a very important topic here in the Philippines, maintaining sustainability of sewage and water and electricity, wrapping it all into one, especially in the provinces. So hopefully we can find a way that this technology can be brought to the country and improve our society and our communities. Thanks again. Sir Tony, Sir Eddie, President Eddie, would you like the closing remarks?
Tony, thank you. Thank you for sharing your insights, especially in turning waste into productive waste. It's very appropriate for a country. So for sharing your time, I'd like to show you, give you as a token for gratitude, we have a reef project that we're launching in La Union. So one of the reef buds will be in your name in perpetuity. And here's a bottle of wine as well to enjoy your evening. All right. So maraming salamat. Thank you. Okay, guys, we ended early. Meeting is adjourned. Sorry, may raffle pala. Wait, stay. There's a raffle. Okay. Where's the bottle? Ronnie! Okay, you win a bottle of 12-year-old Macallan. Congrats, bro. We do asset valuation, asset back lending, and asset discount. So it's a U.S. company, but I look at that. So we help companies, our companies, we advise them on physical assets and way to mining equipment, manufacturing. They're leaving. They have a Japanese company leaving the country now. Years public themselves. See you at the end. Yeah, thank you. Loverboy.